Ah, so you've come crawling back to me again. A new experimental card's just gone live on Overwatch, and these are the changes. As an overview, there's a buff for Hanzo, a nerf for Ashe, a nerf for Sigma, and a nerf for Ball. Ashe's gun damage has been changed. When you're scoped in, your shots do 5 less damage, but you can fire slightly faster when you're scoped in. Hanzo's storm arrows can be fired slightly faster. Sigma's shield redeploy cooldown has been increased to 2.5 seconds. And Wrecking Ball's shield per target with his adaptive shield has been reduced to 75 from 100. Alright, where to start? I'm a huge fan of the Ashe nerf, because I f***ing hate her. But I've got a strong opinion that Widowmaker should have niche effectiveness, and I like that the hit scan one-shot headshot is sort of her thing now. I definitely think that Ashe shouldn't just be Widowmaker with better abilities. There should be some give and take. You should pick Ashe for her kit. Dynamite's already a really good ability. I think Coach Gun is very good. All of that on top of having Bob seems a bit silly. This is also a Mercy nerf because you can't really pocket for that break point of getting the one-shot headshot. I guess it's a little bit of a nerf to Zen, but Zen's more versatile because he doesn't rely on pocketing someone, he does his own thing. And obviously it's not the end of the world if you play Ashe because the hipfire is very reliable and you can recover very quickly from a quick headshot and just finish them off. But it is worse now, obviously. Now the Hanzo buff I'm a bit unsure about. No one's a huge fan of high burst damage, obviously you don't really like to get popped instantly. And Hanzo may even do better as a relative pick if these Ashe nerfs go through. So I'd sort of keep an eye on this change. I think it's good for Blizzard to sort of strive for projectile heroes to have a good comparative strength to hit scan, but Hanzo's in that weird spot where he's the one projectile weapon that is probably as close to hit scan as you can get with some serious damage to back it up. So obviously you don't really want a hero with all of the benefits of projectile weapons and none of the drawbacks. Now there are still drawbacks, the arrows still have travel time, but my point is if he receives too many buffs in the right places, he'll become another Widowmaker. It does feel good to shoot this many arrows, but it's going to feel crap to receive them. Right, so Sigma's nerf. I'm not going to go as far to... Actually, I will go as far to say this. This will gut the hero. This nerf is so significant that you are going to have to probably relearn the entire hero. Sigma is way more punishable. It's a lot more difficult now to take sustained damage like you would by flicking your shield up and down, which really raised your effective health. So by proxy of that, you are going to be a lot squishier. On top of that, you're probably going to be caught being forced to use cooldowns if people go through or past your shield. So in a large part, this looks like you're going to be way more reliant on cover and are really going to have to keep your distance, which is a massive nerf for a tank because you're not going to be able to control objectives like you could. Probably an effect that I'm not going to like about this change is that snipers will be better if Sigma's shield is worse because it is way more risky and punishing to throw it at an off angle where someone might come for a flank or take shots at your head. But I do believe that Sigma's been too strong and he can sort of do everything and his shield is really flexible. Something I don't like about it is this removes a lot of the depth to learning the character in terms of using your shield really like it should be to block key abilities and shots, and this change forces it more into the territory of being something you throw out and leave there, but it doesn't have the health for that. I'd honestly have been more of a fan of a change like even if they nerfed his shield down to 400 health, because I think really the biggest thing is that you can use it like a D.Va Matrix and you can also dance between it and flicker it up and down and use your grasp so that really your effective health ends up being like 1,000 or more, especially if you're getting healed. I do believe that it's fair for a tank like Sigma who can put out so much damage and has so many tools like the grasp and the stun to have a worse shield. Like Reinhardt can flicker his shield up and down and, you know, rotate it really easily, but it's stuck to his body and he has to get close to people as well. Sigma can do a shitload of damage and also has the most flexible shield in the game. If these changes are overkill, Blizzard will know about it, but moving on. I'm a big fan of the ball changes and the reasoning behind them. A lot of the damage and CC in the game was reduced a couple patches ago, and Ball stayed where he was. And to be honest, he's a very, very powerful self-sufficient tank. He's probably the best tank in the game. And the shield nerf is probably just enough that on a few of those situations where Ball gets away on like 2 health, even after you've put a load of damage into him, he will die now. Something that's interesting to me is that Blizzard will have definitely considered nerfing Ball by making his shields give you ult charge, because currently they don't. But because they're not experimenting with something like that, they probably believe it would turn a lot of Ball players into feeders and actually just make Ball a throw pick because he's got so much health that you could just throw away. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I've really enjoyed making this one. I'm excited to see how the changes will affect the game on the whole and, you know, sort of what new strategies will come through.
Very excited about Ashe being nerfed. Don't want Hanzo to go through, etc.
Yeah, overall, just thanks for staying tuned. Please like or subscribe if you enjoyed this. I'm covering every patch and I'm uploading very regularly. So thanks for watching, guys, and cheers. Bye-bye.